Dig this. Dig this. This is why I'm an advocate for age gap dating. This is why I'm an advocate for age gap dating. This is why I believe that older men should date younger women. Younger women should date older men. She said, she opened up her statement with, if I could change anything in life, I wouldn't get married in my 20s. She got married at the end of her 20s, by the way. She said 29. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You got married at 29. It's only a few months away before you came 30. But the point is, she said, like, the beginning of her bad advice to women was that she wouldn't have got married in the 20s. And I, you know how I feel about that. Women should get married as soon as possible, early as possible, in the 20s for sure, early 20s if they can. But I believe in age gap dating because I believe probably, and this is kind of what Jay Stans was saying, that she'd married somebody who was just now getting started in life too.
I was going to say, this is what happens when men follow women's lead.
Like she was.
Hold on. We live in a gynocentric society where women try to do the timeline of how things should go. So you're 24. What are you doing as a man thinking about getting married? Like what? You're not even, a lot of men come up later. You don't even have your whole life together yet. But you could tell from her character, she's getting her education. She has a timeline of how she wanted her life to go. The problem is a lot of women don't know who they are young. They think they know what they want. They think they know who they are. Then life comes, progression, the bad comes, and now they want something different. Now she's meeting different men, different caliber of men. Now she's a whole new person. The person you married at 24, I just made a video about this. The person you married at 24 will not be the same person at 30, 35, 40. So I can't roll the dice on this situation, this marriage thing, because I don't know what's going to happen. It's 50-50.
You know what's crazy? What Jay Stanza is saying is kind of wild. It's not wild in a bad way because he's, in a way, he's right. He's like, well, what do you know at 25? But in the sense of, I get what he's saying because he doesn't believe in marriage at this point because of what he's saying. But he is right. And everybody changes over time. There ain't one period of time where you're the same exact person you was 7 to 8 years ago. The problem here is that we learn to not understand that we change over time. And the part of the commitment is staying through change. That's part of the commitment is understanding, hey, you might, you know what I mean? You and your partner may have been drinking y'all lives away. Y'all been kicking it your whole entire time. She may wind up feeling like she got a life together where she doesn't want to drink no more. That's a change. That's a change in lifestyle. That's a change in how y'all kick it. That's a change in what places y'all go to. There's a lot of things that change in that moment. So it's crazy that she sat here, this woman sat here and felt like, oh, just because I got a better career or I got a degree, now that that means I outgrew my husband. This is what I meant when I said majority of y'all are divorcing for dumbass reasons. You divorced your husband because you got a better job? So when they mention the fact of when it's irreconcilable differences, or y'all say it's finances that's the issue, that's really that's a lot part of the reason why what's going on. You got more money and you felt like, okay, I'm better than you.
And half the time it's because of him that she got that bread. Half the time is because he pushed her to do something or said, okay, cool. Or he was thinking, yeah, you know what? You gonna have yours. My brother, he had a deal with his wife that this is a long time ago. You go to college, I'm gonna work. And then when you finish with college, you work and I'm gonna go get my degree. Well, his wife got her degree. And then he was like, okay, ready to switch. She said, no, let me do a stretch goal. Let me get one more degree because I only got to take these extra classes. Oh, okay, cool. Another 2 years go by. She got 2 degrees now. All right, you ready to switch? I should just get my master's now. Okay. She went another 2 years. Now she got 2 bachelor's degrees and a master's. He's like, you ready to switch? No, I'm fucking the old homie that just got out of jail and left my brother. What? Are you fucking kidding me? What, this nigga slaving over the house doing listen, the thing is, and I fucking had a good point. I forgot what it was gonna go to Jay Stanza. I'll come back to it. Y'all jump. Y'all fix it.
This is why when I was talking to Jay Sandler, letting him know these women ain't smart. This woman made a bad decision. Because again, she's gonna have some regrets in a couple years when she realized Well, guess what? What's going to do to that man? She going to create a monster, and this dude's going to get a couple more promotions, maybe even a job change somewhere else. That's going to start, maybe even start his own business and come up off the ground and do something. Then she going to look like, damn, he done really came up, and I'm still at a good job, but I haven't got no more promotions or no upgrade since I got them other ones that I passed them, and now I done broke up my marriage, and I'm not getting what I'm getting because, like I said, I thought I had to kick my coverage. I thought I was better than what I really was. Like I think Luis, you were saying that, or somebody was saying. I think you or Shannon was saying that she didn't realize she's not as good as she thinks she is.
Let me ask y'all a question, fellas.
Sweetie, let me throw this out.
No, she thought that she was better than the men that she qualified for.
Yes.
That's the reality.
Exactly.
No, but dig this. This is why I'm an advocate for age gap dating. This is why I'm an advocate for age gap dating. This is why I believe that older men should date younger women. Younger women should date older men. She said, she opened up her statement with, if I could change anything in life, I wouldn't get married in my 20s. She got married at the end of her 20s, by the way. She said 29. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You got married at 29. It's only a few months away before you came 30. But the point is, she said, like, the beginning of her bad advice to women was that she wouldn't have got married in the 20s. And how I feel about that. Women should get married as soon as possible, early as possible, in the 20s for sure, early 20s if they can. But I believe in age gap dating because I believe probably, and this is kind of what Jay Stans was saying, that she'd married somebody who was just now getting started in life too. And so many women, young, fall in love with their peers from high school, and they're all struggling, and women is turn around and is looking for him to do his manly husband job. And he's like, well, shit, I'm trying to get the damn same promotion that you get. Whereas if she's 24 and she was dating a guy that was, say, 34, he's already there. And so she's playing catch up if that's what he wants under his roof, and things will be a lot better in the long term. So I believe she probably got with somebody that was just like straight on her level, was in school with her, probably met him in college, the whole nine. And that typically works for other cultures anyway, because they kind of get it. It's weird to hear this from a woman of her descent, but that's why I push. Don't listen to some of these older women telling y'all young women don't do things that they failed at, because they'll sell it so good, like she sold it so good, and that's only half of the story. When you hear the other half, you'll be frightened or like, what the fuck? Or straight up, why did you omit that? Because a lot of women lie through omission.
I got a question.
Yeah, the only reason she's lying like that, Shan, is because she's trying to go after the same men that those younger women are going after. She's competing with the younger women for the same type of man that she wants. But the unfortunate part is that the man that she qualified for, the man that she was in line with, she thought that she was better than him because she got a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, she should have been working with that man to, expand his bag, or better yet, that income, that household income.
I don't think she should.
So y'all saying that y'all don't think that there's such thing as good marriages? Because that's really all we've talked about tonight. That there's really no such thing as good marriages.
I think it is. I just think
I can't say that. I think I'm in a good one.
I think there are good marriages, right? I think there are good marriages, but I think this is the major problem with marriages, why there aren't so many good marriages, is because when you're dealing with women, you have to deal with women from a position of power at the end of the day. That's what women are really attracted for. Now, here's the problem with marriage, right? In the society that we live in order to effectively be married to a woman, you're effectively giving up power, right? You have to give up a level of power, leverage, control, whatever you want to call it, in order to be married and in a commitment with a woman. The moment that you give up that power, you've lost attraction immediately. Whether you want to lose that attraction or not, you've immediately lost the attraction because you've compromised. You've now made your decision based off of someone else. Whether you want to accept that that's what you're doing or not, that's exactly what it is. And women sense that. Women can sense that. The moment that you've now altered your life to go along with what she wants for her life, she's now lost attraction for you because you're no longer in a position of power. And who's the guy who's in the position of power? The guy like Jay Stanza who's training her. Why? Because when she goes and gets trained by him, she has to pay him trained. She has to listen to his instructions when she goes and gets trained. She knows that he has multiple women and multiple options. So Jay Stanza is the one who's in a position of power. So unfortunately, a lot of marriages are not working because the moment these men get married to the woman, they lose their power, and then the next man outside seems so much more powerful, and it triggers that hypergamy instinct because she knows you can't leave that easy, but she knows that she can't get Jay Stanza that easily. So which is more advantageous for her? To try to keep you who's not going no anyway, or for to put her all behind attaining something that has perceivable higher value? She's going to go for what perceives higher value. And there's something in women that likes to dominate power subconsciously. She's going to go after Jay Stanza to see, maybe I could get him just like how I got my husband. Maybe I could get him calling me. Maybe I could get him to commit. And guess what? The moment she gets Jay Stanza to do it, she going to want another trainer.
So you
and that's
think
just what it is.